watching the KBJR 6 and Range 11 News at noon with Barbara Riles and meteorologist Adam Lorch.
President Obama outlined a plan today to enforce tougher gun laws. The new laws are in response to the Newtown, Connecticut school shootings. Tracy Potts has details and reaction from the NRA.
Heal the brokenhearted.
President Obama will appear today with children who wrote the White House after the Newtown tragedy.
There are specific legislative actions that he will continue to call on Congress to take, including the assault weapons ban, including a measure to ban high-capacity magazine clips.
And he'll announce actions he'll take on his own, some of which Republicans endorse.
Let's talk about mental health issues. Let's talk about the enforcement of current gun laws. Let's talk about violence glorified by Hollywood.
The president's plan is expected to include all that, plus universal background checks, including gun shows and online sales. Demonstrators are pressuring Walmart to stop selling assault weapons.
Do we really want military-grade people killers on the shelf next to the strollers? I don't think so.
The proposal's also expected to include more money for school security. The NRA wants to arm teachers, and some districts are considering that.
It means that you'll have additional people to be on your side that are there and at zero response time.
On Tuesday, New York passed one of the nation's toughest gun laws.
New York is doing something because we are fighting back.
The NRA says tougher laws will have no impact on crime or safety. Tracy Potts, NBC News, Washington.
Hollywood.
Reaction to the president's new gun laws has been swift and harsh here in the Northland. The Pine County sheriff responded by saying he doesn't believe the federal government or any individual in the federal government has the right to dictate to states, counties, or municipalities any mandate, regulation, or administrative rule that violates the United States Constitution or its various amendments. He said he believes the right to keep and bear firearms is fundamental to individual freedoms and that firearms are a part of life here in the Northland. He said he would view any mandate from the president limiting the Second Amendment rights illegal, and as such, he says he will refuse to carry it out. For the last 20 years, the Indian Head Rifle and Pistol Club has held its annual gun show at Spooner Elementary School. But this year, after what happened in Newtown, Connecticut, the school board is questioning the event. Rena Sarangopoulos reports.
Why would you not have a gun show there? That's the question. There's nothing harmful going on.
The debate never got heated or out of hand.
I came to Spooner 10 years ago, and I was confused and surprised when I learned that a gun show was being held at the elementary school.
It was simply a collection of thoughtful arguments, mostly in support of the gun show and for continuing to hold it at Spooner Elementary School.
This community up here is a hunting and fishing community, and I would guess 90% of the homes up here have guns in them. So you're not keeping the kids away from guns. It's more of a political agenda.
Defenders say the show has never caused a problem. It even generates about $1,000 for the district and raised enough money last year to outfit the soccer club. Detractors say it's not the gun show they have an issue with. It's the location.
I'm sure that the gun show has always been impeccably safe. That's not the issue. The issue is that guns are not allowed in schools. And to me, it just does not make any sense at all then to therefore allow a gun show to happen on the premise.
The board had questions, though. Is everyone licensed on the premises? Could it be moved to the high school or perhaps off school property altogether? That meant a decision was delayed.
It's sadly disappointing. I mean, you're elected, stand up, make a decision, one way or the other, right or wrong. We'll let the chips fall where they may.
Members of the Pistol Club say they will start work on a plan B while they wait for a final decision by the board.
I'm just one member of a 400-member club, so we'll see what happens.
The board was expected to make a decision on Monday night, but ultimately decided it needed more information. The next board meeting is scheduled now for February 11th. A mother and 3 young children are recovering after firefighters rescued them from their burning home in central Wisconsin on Monday. The mother called 911 from inside her home as she gathered her children into a second-floor bedroom where they were trapped by the blaze and thick smoke. According to WMTV in Madison, the children were all under the age of 5. Here is the terrifying 911 call.
Marquette County 911, what is your emergency?
My house is on fire.
Okay, what's burning? My house.
Is everybody out of the house?
No.
There's people in the house?
Yes.
Who is in the house?
My kids.
How many kids are there?
3.
3 kids?
Yes.
Are you out now?
No, I can't get out.
You can't get out?
No.
Do you have a window?
Yes.
Okay, get that window open. Jamie.
No, we're not, baby. We're not going to die.
The call lasted about 6 minutes. According to WMTV, a firefighter went into the burning house and handed the children to another firefighter standing on a ladder outside that window. He then whisked them away to a waiting ambulance, and the cause of the fire is not known yet, but remains under investigation. The mother and children were treated and released from a local hospital Tuesday. Authorities credit the calm, controlled actions of the 911 operator with keeping that family safe until their rescue. Midway Township is, quote, climbing into bed with the devil, and they're going to be really surprised when the, quote, devil wakes up. Those words from Proctor Mayor David Brenna in reference to the heated battle between Duluth and Proctor over the annexation of the township. On Monday, the Duluth City Council voted 8-1 to go forward with the orderly annexation of part of the township, claiming that they have the best interests of Midway in mind. But Proctor officials say that isn't the case, and as Billy Wagness found out, the battle for Midway could get ugly.
8 Duluth City councilors in all, minus 5th District Councilor Jay Fosley, supported going forward with an orderly annexation of Midway Township for 2 primary reasons. Reason 1, partial ownership.
Currently, the city of Duluth owns 20% of the property in Midway Township. Magny-Snively Park and our Frederick Rodney Payne Forest Preserve.
And 2, the promise of equal say from Midway residents on Duluth's future decisions for the township, all while preserving it.
The city and the township will enter into discussions over the process by which annexation might happen in the future.
But it's that second reason in particular, says Proctor Mayor David Brenna, that rubs Proctor the wrong way. Brenna says an annexation by Proctor would not only have helped keep Midway's taxes within the immediate area, but the land would also be just as preserved.
Farmers could farm, hunters could hunt, whatever they're doing now.
Emergency response is also a concern, as Brenna says Proctor will likely have to cut services to Midway for budgetary reasons.
And it'll go from 10 minutes to a call to probably 38 minutes.
Currently, the paperwork for Proctor's annexation of Midway is in the hands of the Board of Adjustments in St. Paul, with the hopes that they'll beat Duluth to the chase. But Brenna says they're ready to duke it out in court with Duluth if it comes to that.
Judging from Duluth's lack of success in their courtroom battles, Proctor will probably prevail.
But like many legal issues, Mayor Brenna says he doesn't expect to hear back from the Board of Adjustments for another 90 days at least. In Proctor, Billy Wagness for KBJR 6 and Range 11.
Proctor Mayor Brenna says if he were the vindictive type, he could easily put a salvage yard or 2 on the stretch of land along I-35 that Proctor owns. So that would be the first thing tourists would see as they come into Duluth. Coming up next, it's going to be a battle, tougher to pass a 12th grade equivalent test going forward. Plus, neighbors of the Ely Bear Center speak out about the director's research methods. Those stories in just a moment, but first, you're watching KBJR 6 and Range 11.